I disrespected my husband and I didn't even know it. My husband is the sole provider in our home. This is how he wants it to be. And we were in a financial bind at one point in time. I found that we needed something in the home and I knew that he was already stressed out.
I made the extremely tough decision to leave my husband last year after being with him for 21 years. We were married for 8 years.
I have made a extremely difficult decision to finally, this has been something that has just been going on for,
Welcome back, guys. In today's video, we're taking a look at moments when women realized their divorce was a huge mistake after finally understanding that the man they had was actually a great man. In our first clip, this woman opens up about regretting her divorce, explaining how difficult life has become now that she's facing everything alone.
I left my husband 5 months ago and I regret it. No, you're not supposed to say that. I know I'm supposed to be in my living my best life, hoe era, whatever, but like, no. These last 5 months have broken my spirit. They have been the hardest of my life. These last 5 months have required so much work, so much discipline to get back to myself. But it's supposed to suck. I talked to my friend last night about this on the phone and he really put it in perspective for me. Said the year you get a divorce was going to suck regardless. I question my decisions constantly. No matter what choice I made, I would have been miserable regardless. Life is not supposed to be happy and perfect all the time. Most growth comes from the times when we are having to do the work, having to sit in our misery, having to sit in the quiet. And that is exactly what I'm doing. 31 and I feel like I'm 18 again trying to navigate the world. Because you know what I regret more than leaving my husband? I regret having to get to that point anyway. I regret marrying the wrong person in the first place and not listening to my intuition.
Miss, didn't you just say you regretted your divorce? And now you're blaming it on him. Wow, that's a confusing mix of emotion. In this video, this woman explains why she regretted leaving her husband. She felt ashamed of him and thought he was a failure in the relationship, especially since she was covering all the costs for him.
Why I divorced such a good man. Let's talk about it. So in my marriage, I did a lot of covering up. I did a lot of covering up what my husband was doing because I was ashamed. I was guilty. There was something in me that made me believe that because he wasn't doing the things that he had vowed to do, that I was somehow at fault, and that in a good marriage, you cover those things up. You cover for your husband. You have translated into my marriage. I thought that I had to cover up the things that were going on because in my head, I had what's called cognitive dissonance, which means that basically what I'm doing and what I believe are not the same. So either I need to change what I'm doing or change what I believe. And so because I had such a mindset that as a believer, you do not get divorced, I had to change the mindset to say, well, maybe it's something that I'm doing. Maybe I can, if I just...
Well, miss, if you regret divorcing him mainly because of how it affected your image in your religion, that says everything. You weren't worried about the relationship. You were worried about how you look. In this clip, the woman says she regrets the divorce and finally admits that she was actually the disrespectful one in the relationship.
I disrespected my husband and I didn't even know it. My husband is the sole provider in our home. This is how he wants it to be. And we were in a financial bind at one point in time. I found that we needed something in the home and I knew that he was already stressed out. Instead of me telling him what the problem was, telling him what we needed, I decided to take it upon myself and figure it out for him. That way he wouldn't have to stress, he wouldn't have to worry, and it would be handled. Fast forward, my husband and I are having a conversation, and that's when he lets me know, well, babe, if you truly respected me, you wouldn't have done that. I thought to myself, wow, I didn't realize I was disrespecting him. The way that he explained it was that if I truly respected him, I would have allowed him to show up and be the husband that he needed to be. I would have allowed him to show up and to solve this problem that we had as a family. Where I thought I was protecting his feelings and trying to ease his burden, I was actually disrespecting him.
At least she admits where she went wrong, not fully trusting her husband. I'm not shaming her. She did what she felt she had to do. This woman decided to make a huge life decision simply because her boyfriend booed her favorite singer at the Super Bowl. She thought divorcing him would solve the problem. And if you made it this far, please hit that subscribe button, drop a comment, and leave a like.
I'm divorcing my husband because he booed Taylor Swift at the Super Bowl, and I still don't think he believes me, to be honest, but he might want to start, because I just filed my paperwork at the courthouse, and you can see right here, the date of separation is this year's Super Bowl. I'm not just doing this because of the action of booing. I am doing this because of everything that it represents in our relationship. I have loved Taylor Allison Swift since I was 12 years old. My husband even likes her too. Like, he'll put on her music when we're cooking together. He has a favorite song, it's Girl at Home. But we were at the Super Bowl. It was me, him, and 5 of his buddies. And when they put Taylor up on the Jumbotron, all of his buddies started booing. And my husband joined in. And that just tells me everything I need to know about that man, because he didn't care that that would hurt my feelings. He just wanted to fit in with his boys. He didn't even care that that's not even how he actually feels. He just like wanted to look cool, I guess. And that's not a man. That's a boy. And when you see that, you can't really unsee it. So I'm divorcing him. Thankfully, I have a prenup. I'll be retaining all of my assets as well as the assets that I inherited. With peace and love, he probably will not be returning to the Super Bowl anytime soon. So that's one less booer for you, Taylor.
Man, she must really love Taylor Swift if she decided to divorce him just for booing at her. I hope that guy finds a better girlfriend who isn't so sensitive. This woman went on an emotional rant, admitting that her husband was actually a good man, but she still chose to divorce him.
I have made a extremely difficult decision to finally, this has been something that has just been going on for, let's just say, years, back and forth, to call it quits on my marriage. We've been married 14 years, together since I was about 16. I'm 38 now. He is a good guy, great father. You know, sometimes two people just, I mean, from 16 to 38, people change. And that is okay. Like, I'm a totally different person than I was then. He's a different person. People grow apart. I can love him as a person and not be in love with him. And life will be okay. It will go on. If we both want what is best for our children, that should be all that matters. And honestly, I've been more shook by the amount of people who, I would say not the amount of people, but the close family and friends who basically have just turned their shoulder and given me the cold shoulder because I choose to be happy. Because I choose to be happy. Remind you, I'm keeping my kids number one. Remind you. It's okay to leave a good guy. Anyways, this is just kind of what's going on. I'm gonna try to vlog different things of this. I mean, it's good. We're co-parenting. We're getting along. We both want what's best for our children. Yeah, but if anybody has like any questions, I don't know. I'm open to talk about different things because I probably right off the top of my head can't think of everything I want to say, but there's so much I want to say about this.
Yeah, miss, if you claim he was such a great guy, what was he still missing? No wonder people turn their backs on you, but hey, it's your choice at the end of the day. And if you made it this far, thank you.